Hi trainees, welcome. In this session, we will be learning about identify pneumatic components, construction and working principle of air compressor. At the end of this session, you will be able to get a clear knowledge about the construction, parts and working principle of air compressor which are employed in pneumatic system, and also we should know the different important equipments engaged in this system like FRL, that is filter, regulator and lubrication unit, different types of pneumatic valves and actuators, pneumatic cylinder.
Air compressor is a main equipment and it plays major role in pneumatic system. We know the compressed air is main working medium of pneumatic system and it has to be supplied continuously by the compressor. Apart of pneumatics, it also plays major role in many of engineering machines. Too many parts like cylinder, pneumatic valve, regulator valve, drain valve and motor are used to work the compressor efficiently. For best output, the air compressor must be working in its optimum power and efficiency for the effective output of the system. There are many parts in the compressor. Let us have a detailed look on these. Motor. An air compressor needs an electric motor to power up the machine. The motor basically drives two belts, a pulley which allows the transfer of power from the motor to the pump pistons, and this is done through a flywheel and a crankshaft. One important thing need to install will be a magnetic starter to prevent the motor from overload. Tank. This is the compressor part that stores the air being compressed. It is the biggest part of the air compressor and it can range from 1 to 10 gallons or even more for bigger construction needs. The tank is generally made of steel. Pressure switch. The pressure switch automatically shuts down the motor when the receiver reaches the factory set limit. Once the pressure level drops to a preset level, then the pressure switch restarts the motor, therefore resuming the pumping of air by the compressor. It also acts as an emergency switch that regulates how much pressure in the tank can take. Drain valve. As the name implies, it drains the oil, dirt, moisture and other debris that might be trapped inside the tank. Simple maintenance of air compressors entails draining a tank from impurities and debris from use. Commonly used to avoid corrosion produced due to moisture and oil flag. Pressure gauge. This gauge measures compressed air pressure inside the tank of the air compressor. If the air pressure measurement is higher than the regulator normal limit, it gives a warning signal to inspect the air compressor or stop the compression before the gauge reaches even higher pressure. On the contrary, if the pressure reading is very low from the normal allowed measurement, it also indicates a problem with the compressor, such as a leak in the tank. This should also be checked right away to avoid any more complications and accidents. Inlet port. This port is used to guide the inlet air towards the compressor inlet valve. Inlet valve assembly. Inlet valve assembly contains valve plate and valve spring. Inlet valve controls the flow of air towards the cylinder of compressor. It is opening downwards to allow the air inside when the piston moves downwards. Valve plate is used to hold the inlet valve in proper position. Cooling fins. Cooling fins are the extended part provided from the cylinder body to assure heat transfer from cylinder to surrounding. Generally, these are made of aluminium. Discharge port. It is the opening provided at the top of compressor cylinder to guide discharge air towards the discharge line. Discharge valve assembly. It has discharge valve, valve plate and valve spring. Valve plate helps to hold the discharge valve in proper position. Valve is aimed for discharging the high pressure air when the piston reaches its top. Air filter. Air filter is very important part in an air compressor. It helps to prevent the dirt and dust to enter inside the compressor cylinder. Filter is provided in the suction end of the compressor. Safety valve. A safety valve is provided on the air storage tank or air outlet line to avoid accidents due to the air pressure that reaches beyond the capability of storage tank capacity. Regulator. Generally, an air regulator is provided in the discharge tube to regulate the high pressure airflow. Check valve or non-return valve (NRV) and unloader tube. An one-way check valve is provided in the bypass line in between air receiver tank and compressor head. It will open and admit the high pressure air towards the receiver tank while unloading is going on during the starting time. An unloaded tube is connected at the inlet port of the check valve and the valve only opens in one direction, that is, from compressor top to receiver airflow. During this time, the high pressure air is unloaded towards tank through unloaded tube. Compressor fan. A compressor fan is connected at one end of the crankshaft to provide sufficient cooling air to compressor. It will prevent overheating of compressor. Air compressors collect and store air in a pressurized tank and use pistons and valves to achieve the appropriate pressure levels within an air storage's tank that is attached to the motorized unit. There are a few different types of piston compressors that can deliver even air pressures to the user. Automotive compressors are combustion engine compressors that use the up and down stroke of the piston to allow air in and pressurize the air within the storage tank. Other piston compressors utilize a diaphragm, oil-free piston. These pull air in and pressurize it by not allowing air to escape during the collection period. Air compressor is capable of building extreme pressure in storage tanks capable of storing enormous amounts of pressurized gases for industrial use. Let us have a look at the compressor. Identify the various components employed in a typical compressor. Just record and check over the identity of the noted names. Let us now have a look at the filter, regulator, lubricator, FRL unit. FRL assemblies are pre-packaged or modular assemblies of air filters, pressure regulators and lubricators. Air leaving from a compressor can be dirty, moist and also with some other foreign impurities having huge pressure variations. If these are not cleared, it results in damage of entire pneumatic system. In FRL unit, the filter unit having absorbent filtering element is to filter the previously mentioned impurities. After this, the regulator unit controls the pressure of air passed over into the system. Finally, the lubricator unit gives fine mixing of atomized lubricant to this pressurized air. Due to this, the moving parts in the system get lubricated, increasing the life and efficiency of the equipments. Valves are the devices used to control, regulate, commence, terminate, or change the direction of flow and pressure of fluid used in the system. Valves in pneumatics are grouped according to their function. They are directional control valves, non-return valves, pressure control valves, and flow control valves. Pneumatic actuators are the devices used for converting pressure energy of compressed air into the mechanical energy to perform useful work. Pneumatic cylinders can be used to make linear, rotary, and oscillatory motion. There are three types of pneumatic actuator. They are linear actuator or pneumatic cylinders, rotary actuator or air motors, and limited angle actuators.
We have reached the end of this session on Identify Pneumatic Components, Construction and Working Principle of Air Compressor. By now, you should be able to know the construction, parts and working principle of air compressor which are employed in pneumatic system, and also we should know the different important equipments engaged in this system like FRL, that is filter, regulator and lubrication unit, different types of pneumatic valves and actuators, pneumatic cylinder.